You might be dealing less damage just because you used the wrong cube, and I'm here to fix that. Hey all, Mukuro here, and I've been seeing that a good chunk of NIKKE community misunderstands some of the cubes, or don't know how they work. Firstly, let me explain Harmony Cubes. Harmony Cubes are a piece of gear that every NIKKE can equip to gain buffs or stats. Each cube also provides an elemental damage bonus starting at level 5. You can obtain Harmony Cubes by completing Lost Sector stages, although not every stage rewards cubes. Some stages provide gems, others batteries for leveling cubes, and some grant the cubes themselves. You can check which stages reward cubes by referring to the in-game cube list. There are some breakpoints that cubes reach, and these are specifically for main stats. Level 3 and 7, in this case increase the main stats, and they cap at level 7 for now. Level 9, 10, 11, 13, and 15 affect elemental bonus. Level 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 13, and 15 increase the capacity. Every cube that you actively use should eventually reach level 7 or higher. After level 9, you should focus on one cube and make it to 11 from S ranks. Ideally, it is Bastion. If you have resilience at a high level, it is also fine. At least one S rank should be level 15 whenever possible. Let's start with who gets which cube. As you can see from the list, there is no simplicity to it. It's not like when the game just released back then, you could just slap Resilience Cube on low ammo units and Bastion Cube on machine gun units. Now we have to place cubes based on what the unit actually does, as their mechanics for dealing damage have become more complex. Some units deal more damage on their final ammo, others have long charge time to enter their DPS state. This list shows how to ideally place these cubes. Since there are more DPS units than cube slots, don't forget to check if your units are equipped with the right cubes. I tend to forget to change them and only realize it while doing solo raid. But you can change the cubes after finishing with a team, since none of the current modes lock the cubes to units. Only PvP cares about the capacity of the cubes, since you are going to use the same cube in multiple teams. This is a general tier and prioritization list. Since Shift Up is going to release new cubes, this can change in the future. However, the latest cubes they have released are not that great. Okay, they're mostly useless. Even though Quantum and Healing cubes are in the PvP tier, that doesn't mean they're bad, you just don't need to level them. Passive levels from Solo Raid are fine. Also, don't feel about buying a few batteries to level up a cube from time to time. Still, we want to prioritize using our currency to level up Bastion and Resilience. The separation between good and bad cubes is quite easy. The good cubes give us bonuses that we cannot get elsewhere or that are hard to obtain. On the other hand, bad cubes not only have low bonuses but also offer bonuses that are generally ineffective. For example, the charge speed cube could be good, but its effect is too low. If it were twice as strong, it could be really good for some units. Most of the cubes are flat bonuses, but there are 3 cubes related to ammo, and they affect the unit depending on how they use their gun. Bastion, Resilience, and Wingman are our main cubes that let us have more uptime. We don't want to keep reloading when we can shoot after all. Bastion, also known as the Refund Cube, gives us 3 ammo every 10 shots fired. This is really good for machine gun units as it generates more ammo due to their larger magazine size. If a unit has 300 ammo, this cube generates 123 ammo. If the unit has 600 ammo, it generates 253, and if it has 900, it generates 381 in total, which is a 42% overall ammo boost. Resilience is quite simple compared to Bastion. It gives you reload speed. This is amazing on some units, especially when used with a reload speed buffer like Crown, Privity, or Admi. Well, Admi isn't used much anymore since she only provides reload speed. Summer Anise, Winter Ludmilla, and Scarlet love this cube. Summer Anise and Winter Ludmilla buff their reload speed during their burst. When you add a buffer, they create something magical that you can't see, because they insta-reload. This allows them to keep shooting at max power. Unless you have a reload buffer or 2, you're not going to achieve insta-reload, but you can get close to it. This is why Privity is still used beyond her attack buff, and why I also suggest her in the Rappi video. Bastion simply provides more ammo than any other cube, allowing for increased uptime. It is especially effective for units with charge time such as SPS, Cinderella, Quincy, and other machine gun units. The 3 DPS units mentioned here each has specific reasons to benefit from this cube. Cindy has a long charge time but shoots continuously. A fast reload isn't necessary for her. She just needs to keep shooting for as long as possible. Only an insta reload would work, but it's not worth sacrificing another DPS's slot for dealing a bit more damage with Cindy. If you don't have electric buffer, you can consider it. SPS benefits from increased ammo and recovers ammo when she bursts. This allows her to avoid reloading entirely as long as she activates her burst with her magazine size. Quincy has limited time buffs that turn her into a machine gun unit. Thanks to these buffs, and her doll, she becomes way stronger than any SMG unit. We just need to be sure that she keeps shooting. The Quantum Cube is amazing for PvP, but it doesn't have as much as use in PvE anymore, since we now use snipers, rocket launchers, and burst charge buffers like Grave to generate bursts instead. Its utility has diminished. However, it can still come in clutch, so keep that in mind if you are struggling with burst generation. The Healing Cube is quite useful when dealing with enemies that spam damage over time effects. It's generally a good cube to equip on healers, especially those that heal less efficiently than others, as this cube can help bridge the gap. PP cubes are categorized as follows. Quantum Cube is used for burst batteries, while defensive cubes are equipped on tanks and carries to enhance their survivability. If a unit scales with defense, a defense cube is typically assigned to them. At the end of the day, a cube can significantly impact your DPS, and sometimes unlock a full potential of a unit. If you are watching this video, there is a good chance you are looking for help with the current solar raid. Check the card now, watch my latest solar raid guide. I'll be updating this guide whenever an important cube releases, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for all the support and comments, you guys are awesome, see you in the next one.